Most people are getting this completely wrong about the Clarity Act, and it could change everything for XRP. Hey guys, welcome back to Whiteboard Crypto Update. In today's video, we will talk about XRP. So be sure to stay focused, as you surely don't want to miss out on this. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell so you never miss any of our uploads. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Let's start with the biggest topic right now, the Clarity Act. This is one of the most important pieces of legislation for the entire crypto market structure, and especially for XRP. Recently, new updates have surfaced suggesting that progress is being made, but not as quickly or in the exact way some people are claiming. There have been reports circulating that the Clarity Act has already advanced to the Senate Banking Committee as of April 13, 2026. However, that information is not entirely accurate. This is where things get critical. Misinformation at this stage can create false expectations and unnecessary hype or panic. What actually matters is hearing directly from individuals who are closely involved in the process. According to recent statements from key officials working on digital asset regulation, progress has indeed been made over the past few months, but this is still a complex legislative process. It's not something that moves overnight. There are multiple steps, multiple committees, and ongoing discussions between stakeholders from both the crypto side and the traditional banking sector. At this stage, the Clarity Act has already seen partial progress through one committee, but the next major milestone is getting it through the Senate Banking Committee. This is a crucial step because once it clears this phase, the probability of the bill moving forward increases significantly. The expectation right now is that this step could happen within the next few weeks, although there are still unresolved issues being worked on behind the scenes. Another important detail is that both sides involved in drafting the bill are not completely satisfied with the current version, but they are still willing to move forward with it. This is actually a positive sign. In large-scale legislation, a perfect agreement is rare. Progress usually comes from compromise. Stakeholders have already reviewed the draft text multiple times and provided their input, and now the process is moving toward final adjustments before the official release. Once the bill moves past the Banking Committee, the next phase would involve reconciliation on the Senate floor. This process can take anywhere from a couple of weeks to even a month. After that, a full Senate vote would take place, and if passed, the bill would move back to the House. So while progress is being made, it's important to understand that there are still several steps remaining before everything is finalized. Now, why does all of this matter so much for XRP? Because this legislation is not just about regulation. It's about defining the role of digital assets in the financial system. One of the biggest shifts happening right now is the movement away from debates around stablecoin yields and toward deeper concerns like DeFi infrastructure and developer frameworks. This shift is extremely important because it signals that regulators are starting to focus on building a long-term foundation for the industry rather than just controlling it. For XRP, this could be a turning point. The real value of XRP has always been tied to its utility, not just speculation. If regulatory clarity is achieved, it opens the door for XRP to evolve into a true financial infrastructure layer, acting as a bridge for liquidity across the global financial system. This is the stage where XRP transitions from being seen as a speculative asset to becoming a functional backbone for real-world financial applications. And this is where another major development comes into play, the expansion of the XRP ecosystem itself. There's a significant update expected within the next 2 days involving integration that could potentially expose XRP to tens of millions of users. A major platform is set to integrate XRP into its ecosystem, bringing access to around 44 million users, particularly within one of the largest digital loyalty networks in Japan. This kind of adoption is not just symbolic. It represents real usage, real exposure, and real demand potential. At the same time, broader global developments are also supporting the crypto space. For example, regulatory frameworks in regions like Europe are beginning to approve banks under structured crypto regulations. This indicates that traditional finance is slowly but surely merging with digital assets, creating a more stable and scalable environment for long-term growth. Despite all of these positive developments, it's important to remember that short-term market movements are still influenced by external factors, including geopolitical tensions and macroeconomic uncertainty. These are things that cannot be controlled and often create volatility in the market. However, what can be observed clearly is the direction in which everything is moving. Regulation is progressing. Infrastructure is being built. Adoption is expanding. And most importantly, the narrative around XRP is slowly shifting from speculation to utility. This transition phase is often where the biggest opportunities are formed, but it's also where the most confusion exists. That's why filtering out misinformation and focusing only on confirmed developments becomes critical. Because at the end of the day, the long-term value of XRP is not going to be determined by daily price fluctuations. It will be determined by how effectively it integrates into the global financial system and how much real-world utility it ultimately delivers. Well, guys, that's all we have for you today. What are your thoughts on XRP? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. If you guys like this video, then be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you for watching.